What's up, guys? Back with another Tundra video, and we got several things that we got to get knocked out on this beast today, but I say let's go ahead and start with an odometer reading. Y'all know anytime we're filming videos that this truck is involved in, or I have it here for some mods, I like to give y'all an update because this is an extreme long-term review of the old Tundra. 369,725 miles, all original, well, 98% original engine, transmission, everything like that. Has had a couple of cool packs and a few things here and there, but this thing has been an absolute beast. My dad bought it brand new in 2007 and has driven the absolute fire out of it ever since then. And she's in need of a little TLC. So is he, actually. So I've been planning on doing this for a couple of weeks now, and he stays so busy that I can't ever get his truck. So, with that said, yesterday had a little complications, and I ended up having to go pick him up, take him to the hospital. He stayed the night. He's still there today. We've already been there twice. And so I had to drive his truck home, and now I have it. So what a better time to get to working on it than right now. And once he gets out of the hospital, he'll be ready to go and be just back at it, wide open, as always. Update on the bedside, because my dad is the trash can killer. You leave your trash can out in the road a little bit, it's gonna be in a couple pieces when he comes cruising on through. Either someone stole his corner marker light on the passenger side as well as the plug, or it just fell out and snatched the plug out. I don't really know. This one's loose and obviously all kind of condensation and stuff. So went ahead, picked him up a new set of lights. We got new bulbs. We've got, yeah, there's the connectors. We had to get new connectors because they were, like I said, ripped out. But we got everything to do, or to replace. I won't go into what's going on with Dad. That's his own stuff. But man, it just sucks seeing your old pops get old, which, you know, my dad's been old for getting old for a long time. I don't think he had me until he was like 47 years old. Man, it used to really piss me off in school when I would go places with him. He'd go with me, and people would be like, "Oh, is this your granddad?" And I'd be like, "No, that's my freaking dad." And so I'm sure there's plenty of y'all that probably have older parents too. My parents, both amazing. Wouldn't be here without them. But old dad's going through some stuff, and we're hoping they find some answers. We ain't gonna give up on him. We're gonna keep him going. He ain't gonna give up on himself. That boy stays so freaking busy. He owns a small business, and he can't let it run itself. He has to be there every freaking day. And so he loves it, and that definitely, you know, helps him keep going. Because if, you know, when you quit, you retire, you get on the couch, sit there all day, it's all downhill from there. My dad got some crazy freaking stories. That boy used to be wild. He kind of grew up in the era of, you know, the Wild West. Not really the Wild West, but like hot rods and like freedom, because like cop cars like weren't today's cop car, the enforcement and stuff. So like you could run from the police and stuff, which he did tons. Or drag race that he was supposed to meet a guy out that he ended up not going to, was the first drag race in Alabama history where spectators went to jail because it got raided. Crazy stuff. We were going through Alabaster the other day, and he was like, yeah, I remember going through here, and old whatever the sheriff was at the time put me behind bars again. I was like, what the world? I was like, yeah, I was out drunk driving, and I'd outrun him, but I hit a guy head on, which the guy survived. Everybody was good. But I was like, gosh, dog. He's like, yeah, if I hadn't hit that guy, I'd have got away. So they knew where I lived, but if I could get to the house and get in the house before they got there, they couldn't do nothing to me. He also has a huge scar in his head where him and his buddies were out drinking and driving and racing, and he was in the back seat, and the guy went off a cliff, and their car went through the top of pine trees, and he was in a coma for like a week. Obviously, it was way before I was born, before he was even married to my mom. And yeah, he survived. A week in a coma. Probably didn't learn his lesson. Probably was out doing the same thing again. And that's one thing that I love so much about YouTube, because I document everything that I have, right? It's cool memories with Knox, with Lauren, with my parents, everybody. And so it's really cool because, like, my dad, man, he has had so many crazy cars and stuff. He used to have a super good job, and so he had crazy car collections. He bought a Yenko Deuce Nova, brand new. Obviously, that was way back. Factory hot rod car. He paid like $4,000 for it, brand new, brand freaking new, and then drove it for like 2 years, raw dogged the crap out of it, and then sold it because the clutch was slipping for like $2,000, and now it's worth like, I don't know how many hundreds of grand, but a freaking ton. He had like a K 1500 truck, square body truck, 2-door, lifted. He had a Firebird, like the desirable Firebird, Firehawk, not bird, Firehawk. He had a real Cobra R, you know, the big wing ones, super desired. And he had some other car. I don't know why I can't remember. And back when I was little, he actually owned an automotive shop for many years. I think it crashed out in the, whatever it was, 2008 or whatever year. The economy did all that crap. But I can remember sitting in the little back office for so many hours watching cartoons. In the shop, he had a Jeep Scrambler, which he had fully disassembled, never put it back together. And he had these crazy exhausts that had like disc at the end, that the more disc you took out, the louder it would get. Never saw it together, only saw it in pieces on the floor. Yeah, that's definitely where I got into, like, I guess cars and stuff, which my dad's one of those people that he loves fast cars and modified things, but at the same time, he didn't do the work. Like, he would pay, like, to do that stuff. So taught me hard work and how to figure things out, but didn't like teach me wrenching per se. He was, the boss. So he actually bought it at a auto show, I guess it was, like an expo. Bought it for my mom. She drove it when she was a secretary. Is that right? She worked at the school I went to. Secretary. Why does that sound weird when I say it? I don't know. Absolutely bulletproof. She's been phenomenal. Never left us stranded. She has had her hiccups, and she's had a few things done to her. Got some kind of DELETE, can't say the word, something or another, which is weird, but I don't even remember what it was. He always takes this thing to a guy that used to work for him. He's got a little shop. He always takes it to him. And so it recently got a tune-up. It's got a little thing going on with the transmission, which we'll go take it for a drive, and I'll show y'all if anybody has any insight. But, I mean, it doesn't really owe us anything. 370,000 miles. That is the first time I've heard cicadas this year. I'm fully not prepared for cicadas. Those are the vein of my existence. Hopefully Amazon did us right. Got 2 new plugs. I don't know why I just throw crap down, because then I have to go back and pick it back up. Dumb. Don't touch these with your finger. They can get hot and absolutely explode. You don't want that in your fresh new housing. Let's make sure she works. I hate the wind for the audio problems that it gives me. But my gosh, it's only 80 degrees. And without that wind, it's freaking miserable. Okay. We're locked into place. The reason these fall out is because that little lock is not very secure. And then all you've got is a freaking push pin up top. Easy to get out, but a poor design for sure from Toyota. Go in there. Definitely got a little gappy gap, but hey, at least we have a turn signal now. No more hyper flash, no more boo crap. And you can't tell me that 06 wasn't the best year for trucks ever. I'm going to make a whole video dedicated to it, but 06 GMC right there, 06 Tundra, I don't care. Think about the 11th gen F-150s, glorious. Obviously, GM freaking nailed it in the SUVs and the trucks, everything. Think about the freaking everything. 2006, 7, we'll say 7, because, well, this is knocked out 07. 06, maybe it is 07. That's debatable, depends on how you view the 07 switchover in a lot of brands. Either way, 06, 07, best year for trucks ever and will ever. Let's go take a thing for a drive. I don't know why I said it like that. Let's go drive the truck. He did recently get this thing serviced. I think they did a transmission fluid flush because it was shuddering, almost like when a coil pack goes out or feeling like a transmission slip, both of which can feel very similar. But it would do that, and then the shifts were very hard. You could actually like hear them. And now it doesn't really do any of the shuddering, but sometimes the shifts can be hard. What is up with people waiting? I am turning. The turn signal is on. Go ahead and turn. You're in a stock vehicle. You got it. Oh, that was a Grammy. I'm sorry. Anyways, we'll see if she does it. Shifting like freaking butter, like it's brand new, like it just rolled off the freaking lot. Listen to that. Can't even feel it. You can just hear the engine RPM down. Absolutely insane. They'll never make another truck like this, truly. But It was giving some issues. Got that maintenance done, and I've driven it since. Me and him went to lunch. There it was. It just did it right there. I don't know if y'all could tell, but it's almost like it just engages hard, which the truck does have 370,000 miles on the original transmission, and up until he did the fluid change, which I think he did, it never had that serviced. It's truly insane. I mean, the AC still blows ice cold in this thing. Yeah, it's got some lights. Got that main liquid on there, boy. And the check engine light. Maintenance required, of course. Check engine. TPMS, which I didn't even know this truck had those. And then washer fluid. We'll throw something there for him. I think I got some at the house. But it's pretty much lived with the maintenance required light on for like the past, I don't know, 10 years. It's never been an issue. The guy he takes it to says that it is cat related. So you can either go spend a freaking $1,000 and get you some new cats, or, you know, you could chop them. But gosh dog, these 4.7 Tundras, you know, if you remember Terry, we did true duels with the cat still on, and that thing freaking screamed. It was stupid loud. So, I don't know. We'll see. It still runs fine. Gets about as poor a fuel economy as it always has, because, you know, I think it's got 410s. It's got very good PEP for the power rating that it has. Initial PEP, very good. Horsepower, top end, not so much. But obviously, it's not what it's made for. It's made to run for 300, 400, 500 plus 1,000 miles, which is just absolutely insane. But of course, take a car to the mechanic, she ain't gonna act up. Put her on camera, same deal. I'm gonna go ahead and give this thing a wash, clean out the inside, give her a little detail in preparation for him hopefully coming home this afternoon, which would be amazing. Hopefully they just actually find something with the test that they're running. They've been running stuff all night, all day, not consistently, like on off. Like he's okay, but they're running tests trying to figure out what is giving him his issues. And hopefully, after this is like the second or third time in the hospital over the past couple of years for the same issue, they actually find out what's going on, and hopefully it's something that can be, you know, helped with medication or whatever kind of treatment. But either way, I definitely think he'll be happy that he finally has a headlight and a corner marker light, and then we'll go a little bit up and beyond doing the whole spit shine on it. So I know he'll appreciate that. So love you, Pops. If you do watch this, I doubt you will, but if you do, if Mom makes you, love you. Glad that you're doing better. Glad that I was able to work on your truck. And yeah, that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed as well. A little story time. Maybe we'll have more in the future. I know this was a little bit more, I guess, personable, like telling stories and talking more than just doing the actual install. But we've all seen headlights swapped in and out, so I figured I'd change it up and, you know, have a conversation with y'all. So hopefully you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, ring that bell notification. See y'all boys in the next one.